Hey guys, it's Sam Tooms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. In just a bit, I will be having a very talented artist who will be joining me. She just recently released her album called Life Support this year, and she also came out with a new single not too long ago called Reckless. So we'll be talking about that. But aside from that, of course, we're gonna, be asking how she's been these days with everything that's going on in the world. And I can't wait to talk more to her about her music, of course. So everyone, please welcome for the first time ever on MYXclusive, Madison Beer. Woo!
Hi.
Hi, Madison. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
How are you? How's
I'm
life? How are you these days?
good. Can't complain. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of, it's kind of like ups and downs for everyone, I can imagine, with everything going on and kind of seeing everything going on in the world. But how have you been dealing with everything that's happened, like in the past year and a half with like the pandemic, but now also kind of slowly getting back into, quote unquote, normal life,
Yeah.
especially where you
I think that I have definitely been overwhelmed. I mean, it's been definitely like
Mhm.
very overwhelming, strange to say the least, past year and a half now. Wow, that's
Mhm.
really wild that it's been that long.
Mhm.
But
Right.
I would just say that I've actually feel like I've grown a lot as a person and an artist, and
Mhm.
I've just tried to do my best in navigating this
Mhm.
unprecedented time. But
Mhm.
I'm like, really looking forward to going on tour and seeing everybody
Mhm.
and being back with my fans. They mean the
Mhm.
world to me, so I'm excited. I've missed them a lot.
I mean, I'm sure they miss you so much too. Obviously, the internet cannot like obviously contain the excitement and how much we would love to obviously see you on tour again. But I saw your post actually the other week. You got to perform Selfish live for the first time in front of a crowd. So what was that like for you? I can imagine that was such a trip to being able to do that.
Yeah, it was really, really emotional, and it was
Mm-hmm.
extremely shocking. I was not
Mm-hmm.
expecting that reaction. I wasn't expecting that level
Mm-hmm.
of support. So it
Mm-hmm.
was definitely really it was it was emotional for me for
Yeah.
sure. I didn't really expect. I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is a song I haven't performed yet live. It's
Mm-hmm.
touched so
Yeah.
many people. I've never sang it to a crowd, and
Mm-hmm.
the second it started, it was just waterworks instantaneously. I
Oh,
was blown
yeah.
away. It was an honor, and so I'm very excited for tour. I'm very excited to continue to do these things.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, obviously, like selfish means a lot to you, but also the people it's touched, like all around the world, and being able to kind of like all the emotion over the past like maybe year and a half pour out into
Yeah.
tour, I can imagine was a lot too. So, how have you been preparing for tour? I mean, I know you're going on tour very soon. So how has that been for you? Like thinking about it and also preparing yourself to be out there again and seeing all of your fans.
It's been exciting. I mean, it's been
Mhm.
nothing but exciting, and I'm counting down the minutes and the seconds until I can
Mhm.
see everybody again. And I love
Mhm.
performing. I love creating the tour, creating the visuals.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's really really exciting, and so I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to just seeing everyone again, singing with
Mhm.
everybody, and like
Mhm.
sharing these moments is really special, and it's something that I don't overlook, and something that, of course, especially now, I don't take for granted. So I'm really,
Mhm.
really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I feel like all of us, what a concept. Being like concerts and all of that. It's like
You
a
know.
little bit wild to think that that was our life before, but being able to slowly get back to it, I can imagine is exciting for you as an artist, but also exciting for your like, soul to be able to get out there too. And you said you've been preparing for it. So how hands-on are you when it comes to preparing for like obviously the visuals and everything that goes on in tour?
I'm too hands-on, I guess I would say. I'm a person involved in every step of the way, and
Mhm.
I don't know, I just, I've experienced things that have definitely led me to that, which is like, I've
Mhm.
been less involved, and then I'll show up and it won't be what I wanted, and I just have learned,
Mm.
I guess, that you do have to be involved if you want it to come to life the way you can, because no one can read
Yeah.
your mind. So I've
Mhm.
just learned that, and it's been great. I really enjoy all the steps of it. I think it's so fun, and
Mhm.
creating it and being more detailed in it just makes it that much more
Mhm.
rewarding. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely just excited, and I feel like
Mhm.
it's gonna be so much fun.
Ooh, I love that you said no one can read your mind. That's so true. So being able to see like your own vision come to life, I feel like is going to be so exciting for the tour. And like you said a while ago, you've grown a lot during this time that we spent like at home and doing all these things. So you were able to release your album, Life Support, given everything that's happened this year. You were able to release the album. So what was it like working on the album and expressing all of these things that you felt through music?
It was emotional for sure. It was also very therapeutic, and I was able to get a lot of
Mhm.
my feelings out and speak my truth.
Mhm.
Also just have fun and create. I think life
Yeah.
sport was very experimental, and I was able to just kind
Mhm.
of like bounce around and do things that I wanted to. And um,
Mhm.
it has given me a lot of guidance moving forward with my new stuff and whatnot. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely really looking forward to the next chapter and to continue like
Mhm.
growing and learning and just trying to,
Mhm.
like have everything serve its purpose. And I definitely think life support was a lot of me just like getting to know my artistry, getting to know myself. So
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I love that. And I feel like in that way, your audience and like a lot of your fans too were able to get to know more about you as well through the music and all the emotions that you expressed in life support. So what would you say, Madison, was like the biggest thing you learned about yourself and your music from creating and releasing the album?
cool. I'm not sure. I think probably like I limited my capabilities a lot prior to that. I think that I like
Mm.
locked myself in a lot. I didn't think that I could do certain things or be a part of certain like steps of the way, but I
Mhm.
realized that I can, and I've given myself a lot more confidence, and it's been really affirming. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see where that like kind of newfound confidence is able to bring you in terms of your music, but also everything else that you have going on. But not too long ago too, you were able to release a new single, Reckless. So Madison, can you tell us more about what this song is about and really what inspired Reckless?
Reckless was inspired a lot by Selfish, my other single.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
kind of a follow up, almost like another side of the perspective. Um,
Mhm.
it, it it just felt really important. It felt like it was another message that I really wanted out there. I think Selfish kind of comes across a little bit more spiteful than Reckless does, whereas Reckless is genuinely just coming from like a sad, hurt person's perspective.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just it was amazing making it. It really was therapeutic for me to write that song and to express a situation that had actually happened in that
Mhm.
capacity, and to see people relating to it and loving it has been very full circle and surreal for me.
Mhm. Oh, so was it always like your plan to create like a follow up to Selfish, especially because like people can really like relate obviously to like Selfish and also Reckless. Like, was it always the thing that you wanted to do?
No, I don't think so. When
Mhm.
making Selfish, it wasn't like, oh, I want there to be a part two. It just felt
Yeah,
right
yeah.
when we were
Mhm.
making music. Like when
Mhm.
we started writing Reckless, I was like, this feels like a really nice follow up to the storyline of Selfish, and I just want to
Mhm.
continue that and just like continue this story. So,
Mhm.
again, I'm really looking forward to like the next chapter and the next
Mhm.
part of it, and just that growth and evolution has been really
Mhm.
fun to document.
Yeah, I feel like it's so cool for you, to be able to kind of really grow from the whole process of creating your music and like getting to know more about you and your artistry. So what was it like creating Reckless, especially because like it's also very like emotional and it's very like close to you in your heart too when you were making it. So like recording it and like creating like what it would actually sound like sonically.
Yeah, it was very emotional. It was a lot of, digging deep and like talking about a
Mhm.
situation I didn't want to talk about that was like very
Yeah.
taxing on me, but I think that
Mhm.
it's paid off, and it's definitely been something that I feel has connected, and I can't take that for granted. So
Mhm.
it was a process for sure, but I'm
Mhm.
really happy with, where it's at.
Mhm. Yeah, I can imagine. Like with all the emotions, can be difficult to kind of look at yourself and deal with all of these things. But what a beautiful thing you're able to express all of that through music and share it with everyone who are also people who are also going through the same things or
Yeah,
have the same emotions as
yeah.
well. And I really love not just the song, but the music video too that you created for Reckless. That really, the visual was so beautiful. So, Madison, can you tell us more about what it's like creating the music video and kind of like putting everything together for Reckless?
Yeah, it was definitely also a long process. I had a visual in
Mhm.
mind, but then I went more down a route where I wanted things to be like metaphorical. I
Mhm.
wanted the flying through the air and the plummeting
Yeah.
cold water and all that kind of stuff, drowning, like those were to me very representative emotions
Mhm.
of like what goes on in a relationship and a breakup, whatever. So
Mhm.
yeah, the music video was just trying to encapsulate all of that, and I think it's this awesome little fairy tale, and I love it so
Yeah.
much. I love the world
A
I
lot
we created.
Yeah, a lot of people like said it kind of reminded them of like Peter Pan and like kind of like Tinkerbell and all
Yeah,
that. So it was like always your plan. Like, was this what you wanted for like the music video? Like when you thought of it?
yeah. I mean, I definitely
Mhm.
wanted it to have like a fairy tale tone, so I'm
Yeah.
glad people like picked up on that and agreed.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, it's been awesome to see how people have received it and how they've received it so like organically. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I was like reading the comments. A lot of people saying it's so dreamy, so ethereal, and like you can feel all of the emotion, not just in the music video, but also obviously in your voice and the way that you deliver the song. And I saw that you actually asked people what was your favorite part of the video. So for you, Madison, what would you say was your favorite part for in the Reckless video?
I think I'd have to say the water scenes. They were really, really magical,
Oh,
fun, and it was just
yeah,
yeah, it was a really cool experience working with like an underwater DP and like film. That was at like 4 o'clock in the
yeah.
morning too, and it was really cool. It was a fun experience, I would say. So I think those are my favorite scenes. They were the hardest, but they were my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that like? What was it like filming all of that too? Like, oh my God, I can imagine like having to
It was very
control your body too.
it
Yeah.
was it was very intense. I would say the hardest thing was
Mhm.
like the moment where you see me like drowning where I'm not moving at all
Yeah.
in water.
Mhm.
That was really difficult. I didn't know how hard it was to like stay perfectly still in water.
Yeah.
So that was like a lot of control, and yeah, it was fun. It was the whole thing. I mean, I have so many memories from the shoot, and it
Mhm.
was it was a really good time. And I worked with a
Mhm.
really amazing team that I'm really really
Mhm.
grateful for.
Oh my God, I can imagine. When I was watching the video, I was like, "Whoa!" Like having to control your body literally
I know
underwater
it was
is like it
really
can be a
cool.
little. Yeah, it can be like scary too if you just have kind of like
Yeah.
a like mental like thing going on. You're like, "Oh my God," it could be
Luckily,
really
there was a
scary.
lot of people with me, so I like wasn't
Yeah.
worried. I was okay, but I
Yeah.
definitely there was times I would come up and I'm like I inhaled a ton of water, and I was like anything for the shot, I guess. So
Yeah, no, it came out perfect. I wouldn't have even have thought that you had a like hard time obviously doing that, but it was so cool seeing everything together and the story and the world that you built in the Reckless music
thank
video is
you.
just so beautiful and so many people love it. So guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to check out the music video of Madison Beer for Reckless. It's so beautiful. You guys have to check it out. But obviously, after the release of the album and the release of Reckless, and obviously you are going on tour very soon, a lot of people are so excited to for everything else that you have planned, Madison. So, what else can we look forward to coming from you? Are there any goals or plans that you want to do for the rest of the year that we can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on tour very soon, and I
Mhm.
am working on music every day, obviously, and I'm
Mhm.
excited to get it out, and I'm excited to
Mhm.
continue to tell the story and let it unfold naturally, and just
Mhm.
do things that feel right, and
Mhm.
yeah, and keep following my gut and my intuition, and just keep on doing the thing, you know.
Yeah, isn't that our goal to kind of just keep doing our thing
Keep
and
on
hopefully,
going. I will
yeah,
take.
hopefully yeah, hopefully it just goes the way that it goes, and we can't wait for everything you have going on. We have people in our comments actually saying like life support, amazing album. So how does it feel to Madison to see I can imagine the process of creating life support was a lot, but to see other people use life support as literal life support, how has that been for you?
It's been very overwhelming, and it's just
Yeah.
but in a really good way, you know. I'm
Mhm.
very grateful because that's what it served for me, and I felt
Mhm.
like it really helped me in a very therapeutic way, and if
Mhm.
anyone is feeling that same way because of it, that's an honor, and I do not take that for granted whatsoever, and I'm just yeah, I'm very honored that I can share that moment and that connection with people who
Mhm.
might be going through things. It means the world.
Yeah, I can imagine like with music being able to touch people's lives like all around the world, people you might have never even met before. It can be
Yeah,
crazy, but such a beautiful thing too.
it's
But speaking
beautiful.
of,
Yeah, it's an honor.
do you have a message to all of your Filipino fans, especially who are so excited to hopefully have you over here when everything is okay, and everyone who is so excited for the music that you have going on?
Just thank you, and I really appreciate the support, and I hope to meet and hug everybody soon and get over there as soon as I can and tour and sing and hug, and it's just, yeah, I'm very, very excited and really endlessly thank you for the support. It means a lot and does not go unnoticed, and it's, yeah, it means the world.
Yeah, and we can't wait to have you over here when everything is perfect. We love to get up all in our feels too, so I promise you it'll be an amazing show. And good luck on tour, Madison. We can't wait to see everything that you else have you have going on in terms of music, but your tour. But of course, thank you so much for joining us here on Mix today. Of course, and thank you as well to everyone who tuned into this MYXclusive. Once again, this has been Sam with 2Ms and Madison Beer. Thank you, you guys.